Hey, it's me, Site7, and welcome to my walkthrough of Library of Ruina. It's just come out of early access and is fully released, and I've been following this game since May 15th of 2020, and all of its weekly updates just for this moment when it's fully released, so I'm excited to get right into it. Scene 1, Canard. I go out to the street, my hands in my pockets. I still cannot leave this place. Even at the end of all this, I cannot be free. Am I not allowed to have a dream that is beyond my means? Damn it, the purple tear. Can't believe this is how she handled it. What the hell happened? What's with all this smoke? Guess I'll have to trust her. I'll only say this once. I despise verbose and roundabout speech that doesn't get straight to the point. So don't try to get wordy, just answer my questions. You don't get to question me either. Where did you come from? How did you enter this place? And for what purpose? Well, who are you to... Oh boy. Suddenly getting all nauseous. Ah, my leg. I warned you, and you crossed the line. Let me ask you one more time. Where did you come from? How did you enter this place, and for what purpose? I was just walking around and ended up here before I even realized it. I have no idea how I got here. Damn it, blood's gushing out of my right leg. I swear I wasn't trying to trespass. I don't even know where this is. I woke up around 1 p.m. and started walking around the streets of District 13. Since I was just out and about, I figured I could go wherever I wanted, so I decided to drop by Ham Ham Pang Pang. What does that say? Oh, I heard they served a weekly special sandwich. Anyway, I had bills to pay, got no jobs, had to make a living somehow, as a one-man off. You dragged on too long. I'll be taking your left arm and left leg next. You have no purpose, and you don't even know how you got here. Just who are you? Just an ordinary fixer who's hit rock bottom. What the hell is this place? And who are you? Come on, taking 2 limbs at once is cheating. I'm the one asking questions. Your name? Roland. Good. Welcome to the library. We've yet to serve any guests, but then you suddenly appeared out of nowhere. It took me quite a bit of effort designing this library to ensure that no uninvited guests could enter, you see. Damn it, these limbs were all I had. I don't have any cash or mortgages to get new ones anymore. Seems he's fainted. Wake up. My legs, my arms. Wait, they're all intact again? You should be able to swing your arms and walk again. And I made a few readjustments to your body to make it a bit easier to use. While you did trespass on my library, I also took your limbs away without your consent, so I'm giving you these as an apology. I'm quite patient and generous, you see. Patient my ass. Am I really supposed to be thankful for this? And your warning isn't in effect anymore, right? Nope, not anymore. I had a few thoughts while you were knocked out. And here's my conclusion. You'll help me out here. What? Huh? Do syndicates these days kidnap people this way too? Or is this one of the wings? I heard rumors that they abduct test subjects from here and there for singularity research. An acquaintance of mine apparently began jumping between dimensions as a side effect of one of those experiments. My life really is an unlucky mess. This is a library. I don't know the syndicates you're talking about. This place isn't a wing, at least. Doesn't really matter. Whatever the case, I'm trapped here and you'll exploit me, right? Yes. I'm letting you live for 2 reasons. First, I need an analysis of how you could enter this place uninvited. Sending you back or neglecting you without knowing the reason could pose a significant threat to the library. Well, it's not like you can leave without my permission anymore. Second, from now on I will collect books about the city in search of the one absolute book. And I want you to help me with this process. Since you are a resident of the city, I expect you to be helpful in various ways. I knew this would happen to me someday. People would disappear without a trace, only to be found as chunks of flesh much later. I used to laugh at those poor folks for being careless and unlucky, but now I see it has nothing to do with carelessness or anything, huh? It just happens without a moment's notice. Don't be too concerned about your life. You're not allowed to die here unless I permit you to. Damn it, so this was a crazy laboratory sort of deal. Do you like shove random stuff like corn kernels and clockwork into people's stomachs and turn them into walking popcorn spewing popcorn machine men or something? And if only. This has got to be the worst. I'd much rather die and be over with it all. You spout such nonsense one more time, I would gladly turn you into a human popcorn machine as you so wish. I've already gone through so many cycles of bullshittery, responding to every bit of meaninglessness. Rubbish. Sorry, ma'am. Let me introduce myself properly. My name is Angela. I am the head librarian and director of this library. Angela? That's a good name. So what am I supposed to do? Your role is to welcome the guests invited to the library. I will carefully determine what guests to invite and write an invitation accordingly, and you will entertain the guests once they accept the invitation and arrive at the library. Since you have actual experience working as a fixer, I am sure you will be able to give the various types of guests a much better reception than I could. I'm just a washed up grade 9 fixer though. What's this reception all about anyway? Do I catch their eyes, or be a waiter for them or something? It's simple. You just have to deal with the guests. In a physical manner, of course. The library presents the guests with an ordeal, and books will open up in the process. The guests who have overcome the ordeal will be deemed worthy to earn their books. There is the possibility that you may die in the process of reception. That's only temporary. You'll get back up when the library closes. No one here may rest without my permission. Do you happen to have some weird fantasies about fixers? Aren't you expecting too much from a grade 9? I'm not as talented as you seem to think, you know. It's none of my business. I prepared a manual for you, so go ahead and figure things out yourself. I think I get the gist of it now. So how does this invitation exactly work? Open up the invitation and register the books you wish to serve to your guests. And next, the invitation will be naturally sent to those who need the books. That's it? Sounds a bit too easy. The invitation is another carefully crafted work of mine, much like the library. Yes, think of it as a compass. It'd be easier to understand that way. Ah, a compass. As in the tool that tells directions? That's right, the invitations will guide me towards the one book that I truly wish to obtain. And sometimes the invitation may turn red according to the books you've registered. The red invitation indicates that it can be sent to the special guests who unravel the next part of the story. Until we register the books that match what the red invitation wants, our journey will be halted for a bit. There's no guarantee that the guests will always respond to the invitation, right? In fact, there is. They're destined to come. And the guests will accept the invitation of their own will and enter the library. Surprisingly polite and fair for something that takes place in this city. Most of the time, people's lives are taken away by others without any consent or agreement. Anyway, once we get those books, what comes next? The library is a place of limitless possibilities. Even I cannot fathom the infinite space and power of this library just yet. That's why I wish to complete the library by filling that space with books. And I will get in my hands the one perfect book that will complete me and my library. The perfect book, huh? I suppose those books are different from the ones I know. So the song that plays there is String Theocracy by Millie. Unfortunately, I can't let it play because it's copyright, so. Now choosing guests. Yeah, so you select your books here, and then you just send the invitations off. Hey, hurry up and scrape them up now. Those Y goons might arrive any second. I'm doing my best here. I just can't seem to get a clean rip of his guts. The contents of this guy are weirdly different. I never even heard of a body modification procedure that does this. Something's off about these organs. They're looking really strange. Damn it, their footsteps are getting closer. Forget about clean guts. Just pull them out and take them. At this rate, our heads are gonna get nicely chopped off of our bodies. Why does he have this kind of stuff in his body? Whatever, just take him. We're out of time. Oh, whoops. Actually, I missed that. Went by so fast. Ain't she? Just about done. Now run. Phew. That was close. You're a bold one, Pete. Going for a gut harvest in a territory managed by the Zwei? These are the only jobs we have left. We have to climb up by any means necessary, whatever it takes. You know my dream, right? To become one of the fingers of the back streets. Dang, look at his smile. I'll admit, it's rare to see someone with a dream these days. Let's sell off these guts we've hauled first. We gotta prepare enough cash to offer to the stray dogs. True. This could be our chance to join an urban legend class syndicate. Alright, time to check out the harvest. I think it's important to note here, kind of remember all of the different names and stuff that they're citing right now, like Zwei and stray dogs. Hey, is this a joke? You sure you scraped up the right stuff? I told you, this guy didn't have a single proper organ inside him. I expected innards soaked in drugs like enkephalin at worst. These are damaged too badly. It sounds like someone already blew them up. We only doused him with anesthetics. Didn't do no harm. This doesn't make sense. How could he have even walked around with these messed up organs? What if it's one of those? You know, rumors say there's a guy who skewers and threads people alive to turn them into dolls. Yeah, I've heard of that too. But look at the state of these things. Not the case at all. I hear those dolls are made by threading flesh and bone together. But this son of a bitch didn't have any scars or stitches showing outside. Now that I think about it, there was a round orange symbol on the back of his neck. I thought it was a tattoo at first, but he didn't seem like the type to have one. He was a desk-working dweeb. Symbols? Tattoos? Damn it, please don't tell me we poked the wrong beehive. Besides that, he also had this envelope in his body. What the hell is an envelope doing in a human body? This keeps getting worse. Give me that. An invitation to a library? What's this about? Books? You can get books from the library? What a bunch of nonsense. Wait, where else would you get books? What is he talking about? It's actually the best place to get books. There's a flop after all. The payment is due tomorrow. We got 7 hours to be exact. That's too little time for another run of gut harvesting. We're heading to the library, as the invitation says. I don't know what this book thing is, but we're out of options. We gotta take any chance we get. Isn't this just suicide? We don't know what kind of place it might be. Can't be any worse than dying to the stray dogs or the Zwei Association. We're screwed anyway. Shut up and follow me if you want to live. What was that we just saw? Fragments of the invitation process. We can take a peek at the stories of our upcoming guests. And take you for a peeping Tom. It's more convenient to know what kind of guests will visit us in advance, isn't it? Besides, this is the invitation's will, not mine. That's a splendid thing you got there, ma'am. Preys upon people and kidnaps them too. A perfect tool for crimes. He's got a point. Heck, if the invitation can do all that, why don't we just skip the whole reception part? Can we just teleport them right into a room full of traps or something? Cannot do that. We can only take a peek when it has been decided that the guests are coming here of their own volition. And the invitation power isn't wholly mine either. I'm simply borrowing it. Yeah, no way anything can go so smoothly in the city. They're desperate guests. Tell me, was the invitation responsible for that symbol and internal damage as well? What? Not a chance. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened. The invitation simply finds a way to those who need it. That means those weird happenings were someone else is doing. I've never seen that kind of phenomenon back when I was a fixer. It's like something from the ruins. Ruins? I don't know a whole lot either. I've only heard stories of it. Should I describe it as magic? What kind of stuff exists in the ruins, apparently. In any case, we simply greet our guests. They seem to be low class, but oh well. Those are probably a bunch of lowly gangsters from the back streets. Call them rats. Groups of half-assed thugs that barely qualify as a syndicate. They don't have money or power. They're losers who only think about making ends meet day by day. Hope he had some dreams. I might have just roasted myself here. The back streets. I know of them. You do? Someone I know is from the back streets. That's nothing special, really. The back streets stretch all over the city like veins. Heck, it might actually be tougher to find someone who isn't from the back streets. So this is a library? Looks fancier than I thought. Could be a bunch of valuable things here. Greetings, dear guests. This is the library. I am Angela, the librarian of my role's namesake. You may find what you desire here, but you also may end up yielding your precious possessions to us. You the owner of this place? We're allowed to take whatever we want here, right? Indeed. You may earn books, to be exact. If you're able, of course. Are those book things really worth a lot, though? Of course they can be if the information they hold is valuable. Mangchi, beggars can't be choosers. We gotta cling on to anything we can find. May you find your book in this place, then. Oh man, that was a lot of reading. Okay. So this is the reception, like the pre-battle scene. I know all this stuff, I can kind of skip it. But basically, you can go over all of the information of each character, what kind of cards they have, so you kind of know what you want to build your deck around. And then you start to play. Yeah, more stuff. So there are a bunch of different types of dice types. The red dice are offensive types. They have roll numbers. And then you choose who you attack. These are your speed die. Obviously, whoever has higher speed gets to attack first. These are all the different combat pages. And let's see what we're up against. It's not too much. So this doesn't really do anything. He's using an evade dice, which basically just has a chance to negate an offensive dice and then gain stagger bar back. Since I'm getting attacked by 2 people, go ahead and do light. Actually, charging cover is probably better here. Yeah, this is just more stuff. I know how to play the game, so I'm not too worried about this. Yep, so the stagger bar here, when it gets depleted, you get staggered. All of your resistances change to fatal, so you basically take like double the damage, as we'll see here. I kind of did that out of habit, but when you kill a guest, they have like everyone on their team says something. I don't know. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and go for kill here. Yep, guess this is it for me. I didn't get to enjoy anything. Damn it, this is too unfair for us. And this will kill. Damn it all, the dream. It's still so far away. And that's what a reception looks like. They get more and more complex as the game goes on. And then when you defeat the guests, you get a whole bunch of books. And sometimes you get various accessories and stuff, also known as battle symbols. Now we can close it and get our post-battle scene. I wonder, is it so important for them to belong to a renowned syndicate? It's all part of the city life. You have to belong to a group, be it a syndicate or anything else. Living in the city gets too tough otherwise. A pleasure to burn. Yep, so here we can burn books. It's just letting me do one. Okay. Usually you can burn like multiple at a time, so I guess the tutorial just wants us doing one for now. Yep, so when you burn books, you can get these. These are key pages that you can equip. And these are combat cards that you use to make your bookshelf. I'm actually going to burn a couple more. And so it looks like a gacha system, right? But as you can see, these have these numbers here, and I only have this one left, so I'm guaranteed to get main cheese page here. Yep, and then all of the rewards reset. Although these two shouldn't, because you can only get up to 3 pages here. Now I can change my bookshelf and my key page if I want to. Which I probably will, because I think these are better, right? Yeah, you can see the values here, so 42 health, 22 stagger resist, and then They have a whole slew of varying resistance types. There you go. Oh my gosh, I know all this stuff. Okay. So go ahead and equip Pete's page, and then make a deck. So gut harvesting's pretty good. Let's see. I think Dirty Blue will be okay. And then for kind of more defense, we'll get Rat's Guide to Survival. Sorry, I hope it didn't go off. I usually have my phone like muted, but the vibration must have still been on. Okay, my bad. That shouldn't happen again. So 1 to 8. That might be okay. And some light defense. Now we need to do another invitation. This time we'll use the Book of Rats. Receive different guests. Yoon's office, Fixer 1. Foiled again. I didn't go through all the trouble of becoming a fixer to do mundane chores like this. You know how it is. Only a select few get to rise up in the ranks. But still, we might see the light one day if we start out with smaller tasks, don't you think? Envy your optimism, Finn. Requests like, please find my lost cat before night falls, is seriously not it. Garbage offices get garbage requests. Yeah, Finn, you probably had better things in mind when you became a fixer. You know, a bigger field to play on. I'm sure I can move to a nicer office or become an associate fixer someday if I keep working hard. Then I might... That's odd. There's this envelope in my pocket. It says, the invitation? Smells fishy. Can't overlook something like this. Besides, what's written on the invitation is true. Those books would be of interest to several associations. It is interesting, but I don't exactly know what's in the library, right? We should report this to the office first and take care of it formally. And Finn's such a good boy. I'm about to feed a garbage office that won't feed me. We're going first if you don't wanna. They called themselves fixers. Do you happen to be friends with them? What? Look, assuming all fixers know each other is... It's like picking two random pedestrians and hoping they know each other. The question is basically asking these two strangers, both humans, so you must know each other, right? You get what I mean? I should expect to see many different kinds of fixers if what you're saying is true. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a ton. Pretty much. So now we're getting some grade 9 fixers from Yoon's office. And you can see they have different cards from the last people. 10 health, 5 stagger resist. And here's me, with the deck I made. So this tells us about emotions. And so basically this is the emotions here. And from bottom to top is emotion level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And those are the bonuses you get once you hit those emotion levels. We'll go ahead and kill this guy right off the bat. Yep, staggered, and this will kill. As you see, I rolled a 5 and it did 10 damage because of the fatal resistance type. Or had changed to fatal. And got a bunch of books. I can go ahead and burn. Go ahead and burn 3 of them. So these key pages are a little better than the one I have now. So I can go ahead and equip them. They also have a passive ability, which is nice. But we do have to set up our bookshelf again. And actually, what I should have done is... Where is it? With Pete's page, they keep the combat cards you put in them. So emptying them to get those back. See, now I have 4 again. Yep, we're still looking for this mystery book to get another assignment. Sir, they still haven't responded back to us. Something must have happened in that library. Plenty of fixers disappear without a trace. Whether they died or ran off, further lack of response means a violation of contract, and they're facing expulsion from my office. And there's too little evidence to back up your claim about this invitation. The door appeared out of thin air when they signed the paper, and they disappeared into that. Could be rich people's shenanigans or a wing experimenting with its singularity. Yoon's office does not have any time to spare with things like that. I might still be a grade 9 fixer, but I can sense that something's off about this. Oh really? How tragic that such good instincts of a grade 9 fixer are wasted on our humble office. Listen up, little frog in the well. In this city, insane events happen every second of the day, most of which you haven't even heard of. You don't have time to be feeling off about something when there's numerous other things that need your attention. If you can't present visible evidence right now, it's not worth looking into. What about that envelope right in front of you, operator? What? You little brat, trying to pull a cheap trick on me? I didn't do anything, I swear. Get out for a moment. Hey, this is Yoon's office. Got a good lead this time. Let me some cash so I can hire a few. No, seriously, I have a good feeling about this. True, it can end up failing like you said. I can check just one more time if you want. I'm not exactly fond of this method, but... Yep, I have one guy fit for the job. Seems fixers must report to their office before they can even begin working. Well, that's formally the case. I could bypass that since I ran a one-man office, though. Fixers aren't any better than syndicates when it comes to greed. And it looks like this guy is trying to exploit a naive kid, too. Yep, so Yoon sent Finn in. So this is the library. Yeah, Yoon said we might even get sponsorship from an association if I succeed. I'll do my best. Greetings, Fixer. I'm Angela, the librarian of my role's namesake. Hello, I'm Finn, a fixer at Yoon's office. Is it true that I can find books containing lots of information in this place? Yes, of course. You're given the invitation for that exact reason. May you find your book in this place. Yep, so they only sent Finn in. He's got some pretty decent, like, defensive cards here. I still have much to learn as a grade 9 fixer, but I hope to have a good fight nonetheless. Boy, this has no right to make me this nervous. Yeah, he's a kid. What are you nervous about? I just managed to become a grade 9 too. And Roland just killed a kid. What a psychopath. And so we got some books from him. Oh boy. It's not all that delightful to see such a young rookie fall like that, all things considered. You said yourself that our way is quite polite and fair before, didn't you? That, most of the time, people's lives are taken away by others without any consent or agreement. The library is different. People who enter this place have agreed to risk death to gain what they want. They even signed the paper to show such agreement. No coercion or compulsion is involved in this process. They make their own choice and pay accordingly. Well, yeah, fair point, but still, it kind of feels dirty in a way. Hey, so we completed that assignment. Now we've got our first Abnormality battle. So I'm gonna have to change for this. I need to burn Finn's books real quick. Hopefully we get his key page here. And we did. So I guess it's actually not useful here. I don't think. I'm trying to think. I remember. Okay. I think this is gonna be best. And for this fight, slash dice aren't going to do much, so don't really want to take these. Go with struggle, 30 below. I guess skitter away might be good here. Wallop. Okay, I think this might be fine. Seem to be doing your job meekly and well for someone who complains so much. What else did you expect after greeting me in such a violent manner? Heck, I was shocked hard. I find myself in the middle of nowhere and the first person I meet blows off my limbs. That's kind of rude. I was lost at first. I get the gist of receiving guests now that I've tried it a few times. Though I do still have a complaint. Complaint? Sheesh, man. Again with that stare. Can't say a thing. Just tell me what you mean. I mean, well, it's kind of tough to receive all the guests alone. Guests arriving one by one I can deal with, but when a whole group enters, the first thing that comes to my mind is, how the hell am I supposed to fight all of them? There's gotta be a point where one person is no longer enough, right? It's only working right now because all we've been facing were minor syndicates and stuff. And the whole fuss about heightening emotions, you said I can't just kill the guest right away because of that. What's that odd face hinting at? There is a way, technically speaking. Well, I'm not certain if it's for the best. You're gonna join me in the fight yourself? No. There are entities that could be of help, however. And those entities are the beings that used to wield tremendous strength and power, but are now too transient to maintain a physical form, hardly holding on to existence. I don't remember seeing any living things in this library other than you and me. They're asleep inside books where the perfect environment for them is simulated, along with librarians who will be of assistance to you. Librarians? Entities inside books? That's all you need to know about them for now. What matters more is that they can be useful for the library's growth. Alright, let's say that's the case. Are those sleeping entities supposed to help us exactly? You have to enter their books and free the librarians trapped within. I believe they're under the influence of the Abnormality's powers for various reasons. Since they're highly unstable, they won't easily trust us. Basically saying they'll take us for invaders? Correct. If you can overcome all our ordeals presented by them, they will come to accept you. Instruction's still unclear, ma'am. You said they're as mighty as wet paper now. You're sure they can give any help? We're not making the Abnormalities receive guests for us. If they can be understood and accepted, they'll empower the librarians directly or indirectly. Still too ambiguous, I've got to say. Anyhow, what you're saying is that they'll present us with ordeals, basically. And we have to overcome them to earn their recognition and borrow their powers. Entering books sounds like something out of a fairy tale. We'll need their power to heighten the emotions of our guests to the peak, after all. I wish you success in there. Sure. Anything you say, ma'am. Book of Bloodbath, our first abnormality. Angela's right. This place really is bizarre. There are creepy-looking blood clots all over the place, too. Oh, oops, I don't even know what that said. Yep, so we can see the resistances. Yeah, so I did remember correctly that blunt was the best. Yeah, and then the abnormalities had these unique passives. When you observe a character, you can also check their resistances. Yep, you know that. Alright, so I got a pretty annoying status effect here. Now, I actually don't know if I want to clash against this, because I'll probably lose out and take a bunch of stagger damage. So we'll just let that go. So now 1 to 3s. Should be able to beat these with this pretty reasonably. And a stagger. Probably, let's see. Yeah, I'll probably just use this. Guess that's kind of the RNG aspect to the game. Sometimes you just lose. Should actually die. Oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, I don't have enough light, so I have to play 1 cost. Yeah, I think this is fine. And we did it. Guess I should be thankful that the monster is weaker than it used to be. That was close. Yeah, Bloodbath in this game is a lot different than Lobotomy Corporation. Just something I should have mentioned. You should definitely check out Lobotomy Corporation before this game. So now that we've beat that abnormality, we get all of these abnormality pages. And when we reach certain emotion levels, so they have this number here. This is 1, so at emotion level 1, I have a chance to choose from these 2 cards. And then at emotion level 2, I'll be able to choose this one. And we get a new Librarian to customize. And you can customize a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to make a character from my Lobotomy Corporation playthrough. Her name was Saya. She was really useful in my playthrough, in helping me like beat the game. Now, where is the other hairstyles? I just saw it. There we go. Yeah, customization in this game is really cool. I don't see... I don't think it was that one. There's another one that's like... Maybe that is it. Okay. And then her hair color was like pretty dark, like a jet black. Face, she was like super uncaring, like almost like she was always bored. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff. I really like the customization in this. It's so fun to mess around with. But I'll try not to spend too much time. And you can even change the like dialogue that they say in battle. And you can type in your own stuff if you want to. I don't really have anything. I might do that like when I'm not recording. I'll go ahead and set this stuff up. Yep, there's Saya. So now we can equip her with a different page. We'll go ahead and give her Finn's page. Right, not that one. So the library store is really useful. It becomes almost like mandatory. I mean, I should just say it is like a mandatory thing to have in the late game. Alright, I think that's good for now. Go ahead and do other invitation here. Oh yeah, you can just click on this rather than like manually choosing pages. It tells you what the next story book you'll need. Finn has failed as expected. He wasn't going to last too long anyway. It was just mediocre. He should have gotten a decent modification surgery or had enough talent to make up for his lack of experience. But he didn't have any of that. He was nothing more than an overconfident brat. Oh my gosh, he's so mean. Too bad, I kinda liked his affable and cutesy attitude. So I agree, he was bound to die sooner or later. Congratulations, by the way. You must have more options now that you're a grade 8 fixer. Yep, so you better be careful. If you don't pay me well enough, I might move to another office. Heard that you're barely covering your own taxes these days, let alone the monthly rent for this office space. Am I wrong? I believe the case I had Finn handle could make a breakthrough. You mean the library and the invitation you talked about earlier? You said the invitation appears randomly, no? How are you going to get another one? I wouldn't have called you if I didn't have certainty. I recently received another invitation. Is that so? The existence of our office depends on this case. The library is sure to be profitable, I have a hunch. So we're giving it everything we have. Aight, let's roll in some dough. I just bought this lovely thing here from a workshop, too. These guests seem quite determined. We should prepare accordingly. Whole office coming at us, huh? Maybe a small and insignificant one, but it could prove to be a little tough for the library right now. What if they make it all the way to your room? Guests cannot act outside of the space we've prepared for them. That's how this place works. After all, this space is created with limitless power. Yet you somehow jumped right into my room when you weren't even invited. Anyways, I'm capable of protecting myself, so there's nothing for you to worry about. Greetings, dear guests. You must be the owner of this place. She doesn't even look that strong. Wait, what? Did you just skip a bunch of stuff? Oh no. The music got weird, so I didn't know what happened. Finn must have been here earlier. What happened to him? Ah, that one has become a book. I see. So you turn into a book if you die here. Uh-oh. Is Yoon feeling guilty? Acting all sentimental when you were the one who sent him here, knowing he'd fail? Shut up. We'll get exploited and abandoned at some point in our lives. May you find your book in this place. Yep, and so some fights will have 2 acts, which basically means that we'll have this fight here, and then we'll have another one right after. Yep, this is just going over all this stuff, which I already talked about. Oh yeah, so this is the entrance dialogue. So I guess I can kind of show what speed dice do. So you see how this character is attacking Saya? Well, since Roland's speed die is higher, I can actually redirect it to clash against him. Now I'll actually attack with Roland since he didn't get his emotion level last turn. So that's 1 act down. Now we have this next one. Against Yoon and Eri. You can see he has a really good card. This Commandeering? Or Commandering? I don't know. I don't think Eri has anything too good. I should have checked. That's okay. Have the ones who came before us all died here? Yep. Here comes an all-out attack. This one's gonna hurt. Oh, and I made the classic mistake of not choosing any cards. Okay. Now we get to choose an abnormality page, and then you can choose it, and you choose who to equip it to. Some of them affect every character, and then some of them are just for one character. I guess I can kind of talk here about what the different dice clashing do. So as you can see, Yoon here is using an evade dice. So when evade dice clashes with an offensive dice, it can be re-rolled if the evade dice wins. But if I clash it against a defense dice or a block dice, which is what these ones are, then it kind of gets cancelled, but it can still regain some stagger resist. And then obviously block dice do stagger damage if they win. And the damage dealt is based on the difference between the two dice that are clashing. So this is one of the cool things about this game, is you hear the music change. That's because I entered emotion level 2 with both of my characters. We'll go ahead and finish Yoon off here. And he's a book now. A whole bunch of books, and another battle symbol. Oh, which I actually haven't even equipped any of those. Excellent. This guest named Yoon could make an especially valuable book for us. They're all like moths diving into flames. That Yoon guy seemed like a clever sort, but even he ended up blindly jumping into the fire to get what he wanted. Once you've had a taste of desire, it comes in like an unstoppable wave. It's a quote I heard a long time ago. But is that desire true to one's heart? Aren't you funny? You said you despise roundabout speech, and now you're being all poetic. 10 out of 10 delivery. A certain librarian I know would have taken an arm and a leg off if she heard that. Get back to sorting books. Just as Angela said, we really got another floor to the library. Hey there, my name's Roland. Angela, I still can't forgive you. So this is one of the Sephora from Lobotomy Corporation. Angela, you... I thought we were already done with that topic. You simply need to cooperate without complaint. That was the deal, remember? Try to appreciate that fleshy body of yours you finally earned back. Did you really think you could make me happy by just giving me a human body? Don't forget, I still don't agree with you. As you wish. Damn, that was tense. Hello there. I'm the patron librarian in charge of the floor of history. Malkuth. You seem lively at least. What's going on just now? I have some unfinished business with Angela. You probably heard bits of it, but I have no choice but to follow her orders, no matter how I feel. I'm in the same shoes as yours, though we seem to have ended up here for different reasons. So what can I do for you? You can bring me books, Roland. Since I'm in charge of the floor of history, I'll be sorting the books you bring and collecting those that are about history. Us librarians will then read the collected books, gradually making our floors whole and completing the library itself as an extension. I will naturally get to unlock more floors and awaken their patron librarians in that process. So the other librarians are asleep for now. Yep, they are. Get the gist of it. You're surprisingly bright for someone who was so upset moments ago, by the way. I was kind of worried I might have to endure some of that wrath. Can't let my personal affairs get in the way of work now. I still have my problems with Angela, but it's not like getting mad about it will do me any good. I got my own reasons to do my best with this work too. Okay then, let's give it our best shot. Yeah. Floor of History opens. Yep, so now we got a new floor, new librarian to equip stuff to. So go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, I think that's good. And then I'll call it for this one. I'm really excited to play through this game again. Like, I've already got, I think, over 450 hours in the game just from playing through it and then doing a whole bunch of challenges and stuff. And getting to see how it all has changed since early access is going to be really cool. So, I hope you guys all enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.